Parents, what's the funniest or most unexpected thing your kid has ever done with complete sincerity? My 9-year-old son Liam was absolutely convinced our entire neighborhood was filled with secret agents. I thought it was just harmless kid imagination, until his school called me at work one Tuesday afternoon. Mrs. Wilson, we need to talk about Liam. He's been skipping recess for over a week to sit in the bushes doing what he calls surveillance work. I was confused. What kind of surveillance? He's been watching the crossing guard through the fence with toy binoculars. He keeps taking notes in a spiral notebook. When I picked Liam up that day, he was dead serious about his mission. He showed me his intel book filled with drawings of Mr. Peterson's house, notes about what time he arrived at work, and even a suspect list of possible fake names. His theory? Mom, nobody wears sunglasses when it's cloudy unless they're hiding something. Mr. Peterson was this sweet 65-year-old man who'd been helping kids cross the street for like 15 years. But to Liam, those sunglasses on overcast days were proof he was a spy. The notebook was incredible. Liam had drawn detailed maps, recorded what Mr. Peterson ate for lunch, and even noted which direction he walked to his car. There were pages of evidence written in crayon with the intensity of a real detective. I tried explaining that Mr. Peterson just had sensitive eyes, but Liam wasn't buying it. That's exactly what they'd want you to think, Mom. Things escalated the following week. Liam came home from school and announced he needed Dad's old briefcase for official business. I watched him pack it with his toy binoculars, a thermos of hot chocolate, and his notebook. He looked so serious in his little button-up shirt. Where are you going with that? I can't tell you, Mom. It's classified. 20 minutes later, my phone rang. It was Mr. Peterson, and he sounded worried. Mrs. Wilson, I think your son might be following me. I'm at the grocery store, and he's been watching me from behind the cereal aisle for 10 minutes. My heart dropped. I grabbed my keys and drove straight there. Sure enough, there was Liam crouched behind a display of Cheerios boxes, briefcase at his side, taking notes while Mr. Peterson picked out apples. Liam, what are you doing? He looked up at me with complete confidence. Gathering intelligence, Mom. Look, he bought 3 different types of fruit. That's clearly a coded message. Mr. Peterson walked over, and I was mortified. But before I could apologize, Liam stood up and proudly opened his briefcase. Sir, I have evidence that you're not who you claim to be. Mr. Peterson looked confused but amused. Oh really? What kind of evidence? Liam pulled out his notebook and started reading. You wear sunglasses on cloudy days. You always arrive at work at exactly 7:45. Your car has tinted windows, and you live in a house with a big fence around it. That's actually pretty observant, Mr. Peterson said, smiling. But then Liam got to the good stuff. Plus, I followed you here and you bought apples, bananas, and oranges. That spells ABO, which is obviously a secret code. The store manager had noticed the commotion and came over. When he realized what was happening, he called the police, thinking Mr. Peterson was being stalked by some weird kid. 2 officers showed up within minutes. Liam immediately ran to them with his briefcase wide open. Officers, thank goodness you're here. I have a full report on this suspected agent. The cops were trying so hard not to laugh as Liam presented his evidence with complete seriousness. He had charts, drawings, and even a timeline of Mr. Peterson's daily activities. Son, what made you think he was a spy? One officer asked. Well, he's clearly using the crossing guard job as a cover. It's the perfect position to monitor neighborhood activity and communicate with other agents. The officer nodded thoughtfully. That's actually pretty smart thinking. Have you considered a career in law enforcement? Liam's eyes lit up. Really? The officer pulled out a badge sticker and handed it to him. You're cleared for the detective training program, but maybe run your investigations by your parents first next time. Liam was so proud of that sticker. He wore it for weeks. Mr. Peterson was incredibly understanding about the whole thing. He even invited Liam to help him cross guard duty one day so he could see it wasn't a spy operation. Turns out he wore sunglasses because of medication that made his eyes sensitive to light.